going to make sure I just really want to be cognizant of your time and really want to welcome you onto this call. This is an informational call for you guys. Hold on one second. Continue. All right. This is an informational call about 2B Mindset, which launched in May. And I have been getting so many questions from people, especially as I've been posting more about it, as I've been sharing more about it, and as I've had the opportunity to now not only go through it myself, but to also mentor my first group of participants through the program as well. So there's a couple things that first I really want to share about the program and dive in. But before I do that, I just want to give you a little bit of background information about me. If you're just checking out this call or the recording, or maybe you're not exactly sure of how you got this link or ended in a group that you are now in. But my name is actually Katie Ersta. I am a team Beachbody coach. I have been coaching for 6 years. I have helped literally hundreds of people lose hundreds of pounds over the course of the past 6 years. It is my full-time job to support people on their health and fitness journey. And I do all of this actually virtually. So I run all of the support groups through social media. So I have been able to be at home and to support people on this journey. What started as a coaching gig that I did because I got actually results with the Old School Insanity program has just turned into this passion for really helping others. And I have to tell you that the passion has really been just reignited over the past 2 months, 3 months because of this program. And what I love about this program, and I'll talk more about it this evening, is really that this program gets to the heart of what so many people struggle with, especially those people that I work really closely with, and the people that I support. I tend to work really closely with people who are like me, people who maybe struggled with yo-yo dieting, or people who had emotional eating issues, or really used food as a source of comfort. And I was one of those people, so I get those people. And so for a long time as a coach, I was creating all of these documents and all of these curriculum and all of this information to help people on the journey. But I never had the toolkit provided by the company. I just kind of had my own experiences, and not that that wasn't a lot, because it really was, but having the support of a certified Stanford nutritionist has really made all the difference. And so that is what I'm so passionate about, so excited about, so pumped to share about this evening. And so I want to introduce you first to what this program is and how it actually came about. So I think it was probably 2.5 years ago, the CEO of Beachbody met Alana Molstein, and he interviewed her actually for a position within the company as a nutritionist to work for Beachbody. And she actually started explaining to Carl and a few other of the people at Beachbody what her belief was in nutrition. And then she went on and she proceeded to share her personal experience. And so they decided instead that this was not going to work as her being just somebody that they hired within the company, but somebody that truly could run a program for the company. And so they wanted to add more nutritionals to the Beachbody catalog. You guys probably are aware that Beachbody is the be-all of new at-home fitness. So, we have everything from our Insanity to our Turbo Fire to the 21-Day Fix. All of these amazing programs, and they wanted to be able to add more options to the nutritional part of what we do with Beachbody. So 2B Mindset is a little bit different than anything you've ever experienced, especially if you have experienced the containers. But 2B Mindset is actually a video-based weight loss program. And basically what that means is you are going to get video tutorials of everything from how to grocery shop to how to actually, what to eat at any given meal, and how to eat to promote long-term results. And also just not just that, but the emotional side of support with those videos as well. So the program focuses on not the things that you need to deprive yourself of, which, let's face it, most diets that we've ever experienced are just that. They are saying, what can you deprive yourself of? You know, how many of us have ever been on that diet where we just sabotage our weight loss goals because we get so tired of feeling about like awful about the things we can't have? A lot of focus is actually on the opposite, and it's what you can eat, how to stay full, how to stay satisfied, and how to stay in control without counting points, without containers, without measuring food, but really loving and savoring and enjoying the food that you are eating. So 21 of those videos are actually based on the basic principles of the program, and they're really short. They're anywhere from about 3 to 5 or 7 minutes, and only one video is 21 minutes, and that's actually Alana walking you through the grocery store. She's showing you exactly the foods you want to load up in the cart, and so you are really going to be informed and really know what a clean kitchen is going to look like. There's education on, yes, the food groups, yes, what to eat, and when, real life strategies for everything to eat in situations such as restaurants and vacations and trips. She gives you all of those tools so that you can start making really smart decisions, but not just that, to feel really, really in control of your habits and your eating. And that's one thing maybe for a couple minutes, just kind of think about, you know, really say to yourself, like, do I consciously think about the foods I'm eating? Do I feel like I have control over the foods that I'm eating? And do I really have any emotional attachments to food? Or, you know, what are some of those triggers that maybe you have where you feel like you deserve something really savory or sweet or salty? All right, so let me move on. I gotta tell you a little bit about Alana and just why I love her so much and why she's so great at what she did. This is actually a before and after picture of her. Alana is a woman who in her late teens, early 20s, started a significant journey of her own with weight loss, losing over 100 pounds. She is truly proof of what she is sharing with people and what she believes really works. And she talks a lot, not just in the videos, but just throughout the program, throughout anything that I've shared about her, is a lot of these habits that she created as a child just carried on with her throughout her young adult life. And that included just some of the emotional issues she had, the joy she got with eating because she would watch her family arguing. And there was so much from her childhood that just kind of was seeping into the rest of her life. And it made me really realize, like, how many people actually do that, me included. Just so many of the times we carry this baggage, and so often it becomes an addiction. And for her, and for so many of us too, that actually is an addiction that we carry throughout adulthood. And it might be the addiction to calories or food or sugar or whatever it might be. So while she was experiencing these principles to weight loss, she fell in love with just helping people get healthy. And when you hear her speak, you know it's just in her heart, her soul, to truly help people just live a healthier life. And she actually went to school for nutrition. She has a private practice in California, and she truly loves eating. She loves big portions. She'll talk about really savoring and loving the food. She actually just a couple weeks ago gave birth to her second child, and she is happily losing weight and encouraging people on the journey with her as well. You can actually follow her on Instagram. Her account is amazing. It's so clean and crisp, lots of great ideas, and she is just a heart of gold. Just, you will absolutely love her. And what's amazing is Alana, I worked with the first month that I did this program. So I was trained by her. I was learning from her. And then once I got my own results, and I'm still in weight loss mode, happily losing weight, and loving it too. Once I kind of learned from her, I really felt very confident in teaching people how to apply the tools that Alana was teaching me. And so I was taking these copious notes while I was in her group, and I was just making sure, how can I be a better coach? How can I better serve people? And that's exactly what I learned from Alana. And she's so, so engaged, so active on her IG. You will ask, she will love her. So who is it for? You know, in my experience and what I see, it is not necessarily for people who say, I need to lose weight. But it is really about people who want to gain control of their eating. And so this is a great program for anyone who struggles with nutrition or has a habit of yo-yo dieting. This is people who maybe have an unhealthy relationship with the scale, people who maybe have an unhealthy relationship with food, or people who just want to feel some freedom from some of their food issues. Most people who are on this are dropping weight and fast. And so a lot of people say to me like, Katie, well, what's the difference between this and the 21-day fix containers? And we can get into that mindset of, well, the 21-day fix is bound to be faster. You're going to get faster results. But I actually beg to differ. Just in my experiences, as I've been coaching this and as I've been learning more through coaching this, people really start to see results fast with this. But I think the biggest difference between something like this and the 21-day fix is this is really an inside job. I share with my people that this is about the mindset it takes to successfully lose weight and keep it off and make sure that your results don't just happen, but that they are sustainable. You keep that weight off for the long haul. So there is a mindset shift behind weight loss. It's not about deprivation. And as I've kind of been saying to my challengers, and I've been saying more and more on social media, is if you feel deprived, you're doing it wrong. And when you feel like you're doing it wrong, chances are it's just a sabotage away from happening. Like you are just going to find a way to sabotage it. And you can probably rehash in your own mind times in your life where maybe you caved, or maybe you really felt deprived, or maybe you just hated that feeling of being on a diet, or you can even visualize times you were at a party and you were like, I'm just going to chomp on this celery stick while everybody else enjoys a slice of cake. I actually remember the first time that it was the first week I was in 2B Mindset, and I was loving this program. I was already down a couple pounds, and we were at a birthday party. And if you know me, you know I love me some cake. Like, I love cake. I am the girl who was like, where is the cake? Is it buttercream? If it's whipped, I'm good. I don't need it. But if it's buttercream, give it to me. And we went to a party, and the girl said to me, I thought you were in, that test group. I didn't think you could eat this. And I look at her and I was like, this is the most liberating experience in my life. Give me that piece of cake. And I enjoyed the cake. I savored the cake, and I loved the cake, and I didn't regret eating the cake. And you know what? I'm still losing weight happily. And I have to share that story. I have to share that because it's the first time I really felt like I can say yes truly to the things I want, but still say no to the things that I'm indifferent about. And that's pretty controlling. Like, that's pretty amazing that I can do that. All right, and of course my challengers can too. So what makes it different? Just to kind of rehash what I was sort of saying, it's definitely not a diet. There's no deprivation. There's no nothings you can't have. It really is your mindset shift. It's really getting into that mindset of, okay, how can I really keep this weight off? The second is that there is no end date. A lot of times with a 21-day fix, it can be do for 21 days and then do another round, or, go to 21-day fix extreme, or, maybe find another path. But with this, I tell my challengers, you can't unlearn it. Once you actually learn the principles, there's no way that you can unlearn the things that you have actually learned. And you can use them for the rest of your life. And because Alana was one of those people who just really loved big portions, this is not going to be something where you deprive yourself. So there's no cutting food groups. There's no counting calories. There's no deprivation or feeling hungry. There's ability to follow the program no matter where you are at. People in the test group are losing 50, 75, 100 pounds. And she teaches us that no matter what your journey is, whether it's 5, 10, 50, 100, you're going to lose weight 2 pounds at a time. And that focus, that concentration of just those small, seemingly insignificant decisions you make and those steps you take every day are what really allow you to succeed in the program. So I'm pretty sure at this point you're like, Oh yeah, that sounds like me. All right, we also want to share with you guys that there are going to be 5 videos that are more about the common weight loss struggles. So overcoming that plateau that maybe you feel stuck at. What to do when you are in situations where you don't have healthy options. What to do when you're going to an event, or you know, just some of these great ideas that Alana has come up with to support you. There's also going to be recipe videos that are included. Now, you are going to be in the kitchen. No, it might not necessarily be taking up a lot of your time, but you're gonna learn how to cook foods so you love foods. And there's lots of quick and easy recipes. And I love that there's these really flavorful new ways of looking at healthy foods that I never really realized before. And I have loved that process of it. And of course, I've found a few of my staples that I stick to as well. All right, so as I mentioned, I'm getting ready to start round 2, and I'll get into that enrollment information in a little while, but I just went into my group today and I pulled out just a few of the screenshots of people who are experiencing this for the first time. We started, most people enrolled the first week of May, but we really didn't start until the second week. So you're talking about 3 weeks, some people 4 weeks. Into the program. Now, what's really cool is when you order the program, you actually have access to it right away, which is amazing. Yes, you're going to get some stuff mailed to you, but you are going to have this at your disposal immediately. So it's really, really cool. But you know, I absolutely love some of the things that I have seen in the group, and I know that you guys can see this, but you know, 6.5 pounds gone in 3 weeks. This girl woke up and lost down 2 pounds today, but more importantly, my blood sugar is finally within range. Needed that. I was grouchy when I saw the scale move up after Mother's Day weekend. I treated myself so much, but now I got back to business and track for real. Thanks for the gut check, 50 ounces of water, and accountability being the key. I don't know who I am anymore. I'm sneaking cauliflower rice, or can't believe that with this new mindset, I stopped feeling guilty even if I had the gelato or a bite of cake. I love this program. So amazing. And these are the kind of things that I see every day within the group, because it is truly it is a learning experience. It is a process. All right, so a couple other things just to share with you. This is another one. I went from a 10 to a 6 in pants. She's losing weight. And then I was just sharing some of mine. This one is 1 month down 8 pounds. Very, very common. Like, people are getting amazing results with it. And then I just started talking in the group. I just wanted to shout, it's foreign to us because we've created as a society more plans and programs and promise solutions that when someone says you're going to have to actually figure out the why behind your struggle, it makes people incredibly uncomfortable. Nobody wants to admit that, hey, maybe my weight loss is going to take more than a pill or a shake or a meal plan. And I want you to understand this. This program, and I share this with them all the time, is not a Band-Aid. This is about really, really getting to the heart of why we struggle in the first place. And that takes gut work. That takes us looking in the mirror and saying, what's the bigger issues that I maybe have with food? And that's been, for me as a coach, the most rewarding part about this program is I get to see not just those physical transformations taking place, but the mental shifts taking place as well. And that's what makes 2B Mindset totally different. So by the way, and people ask all the time, what is 2B? And I don't like to explain it because I feel like that's like the fun part of it. But in a nutshell, there are these 2 buddies, and they are 4 basic principles that we follow throughout the program. There are 4 things that we do to make sure that we are achieving our goals. And that is the first thing that is taught within the program. Nothing crazy, nothing complicated, but it's all these little tweaks that add up to the big difference. So let's talk about what's going to be included with your toolkit. Now, when you order 2B Mindset, you're going to get a few things, and I can hold up a couple of the things. I don't have everything in front of me. I want to see if I have my tracker. Yes, I do. I do. Good. Okay, cool. All right, so you're going to have a getting started guide, and that is just a very simple manual. It's just a little a bit of information about how to actually get started. So it's going to walk you through everything to do to actually get you set up for success. The second thing that you are going to get is your go-to guide. This is great for like your purse when you're going to the grocery store. There's just little like hacks in here for you know, your kitchen guide, or what to put in your pantry. And then there's like a few other things for mixing, matching, and then, oh, I love how they give to like some ideas for if you have like, if you love takeout or if you love going out to eat, just some other options for you as well. And I love that part of it too. You also get a recipes book. So there's lots and lots of fun recipes. Actually, I'm glad I opened it to this page because it's one of my favorites. The avocado zucchini Alfredo with shrimp is so good. I love that. And then you're also going to get your 90-day tracker, which is, I'm just going to tell you, is one of the 4 principles that we're going to be talking a lot about when we start working together. So there is those items, but you're also going to get a water bottle. You're also going to get access into the Beachbody Nutrition app, either through your iPhone or it's going to be on beachbodyondemand.com. You're going to have access to all of those videos that we talked about. You're going to have access to an online app. You're going to have access to all of those tools that are really needed to be successful. All right? Okay. So there are going to be 2 options for you. The first option is going to include everything that I said, including your first month of what we call Shakeology. So Shakeology is going to be your one consistent meal throughout the day. For me, that is breakfast. I am on the go. I am really busy. So I get my calories in, I get my nutrients in, and it helps me fill those gaps where I maybe am not getting all of the vegetables, all of the vitamins, all of the really rich superfoods into my system that I'm otherwise depriving myself of. Especially when you're going into weight loss mode. You know, when you are filling the gaps, your body is actually getting those nutrients that sometimes when we cut those calories, we aren't always getting. And so Shakeology is going to help fill those gaps. But that is one part of the toolkit that especially I share with my challengers, especially when you're making habit changes. You are going to want something to help you really, really stay focused on your goals. You're going to want something that's going to help you naturally cut those cravings. So that's going to be included in there as well. You can also have an optional membership to what we call Beachbody On Demand, which is going to be our at-home fitness. It's going to include the catalog of workouts that you're going to have at your disposal. So you have 2 toolkit options. And I just want to share with you the pricing. So my coaching with the level and the ultimate is actually included. You don't pay me as a coach. When you purchase your challenge pack, I actually come with that pack. Nope, I don't come in a box, but I will be there as soon as you order. You will then be added to what we call our pre-season group. Now, I do say the level up and the ultimate because those are the all-in options. Those are the ones that everybody within the group is using those same tools to get success. The other option you have is, of course, the basic kit as well. So these are the prices for those options for you. When you break it down, it usually comes out to about a little over $5 a day. I want to make note of a couple things. So number one, when you look at the 2B mindset, you have that for life. So you'll have access to that nutrition tab. You will have access to Ilana's videos. You will have access to all of the downloadable PDFs forever. This isn't a one-year thing, a one-year contract. This is a forever thing. So you will have that after the purchase for good. It will always be in your catalog. When you do the ultimate and you get the Beachbody On Demand, you are going to get every workout that Beachbody has ever created in that catalog. So you are going to get everything from Insanity to 80-Day Obsession to, I would just say it's best, Core to Force, even some of those deluxe or those workouts that maybe you didn't have on the DVDs, you're going to have access to them with Beachbody On Demand. So those are your 3 options: the basic, the level up, and the ultimate. And then I just want to give you guys a couple of dates so that you guys can take this into consideration. And then I'm going to just walk you through really quick where you're going to go for some of this support. So number 1, we are pre-enrolling. And so pre-enrollment means that you want your spot reserved. I'll be honest with you, I prefer working with a smaller group of women. I really am very engaged with them, and I really am like in their face, really helping them get their goals met. I interact with my challengers, with my coaches on a daily basis, helping them just troubleshoot, helping them understand the program, asking the questions that maybe from time to time are looking like tough love. And I love that because that is where the results are happening. That is how they are being successful. If you want to work with me, you are going to have to make me your coach. And you are going to have to purchase one of those 2 2B toolkit options that I have mentioned. This is for the daily support with me as your coach. If you are interested in the base kit, there is a community group. I'm not able to be as active in that group as I would like, just for time purposes. So you can still access and still have that support there as well. The Nutritional Mindset group is going to have Shakeology, participating in the group, and active discussions. And usually once a month, I do a call much like this where we actually just do a little bit of troubleshooting. We talk over the things that are working for us and what's not working with us. And I go live at least 2 to 3 times a week to support you with your goals as well. And I also take a lot of the questions that I get or a lot of the concerns I get, and I make them live videos so they become teachables. And I love that part of the group as well. And then you can also, too, all of this information is going to be right within that launch group that we have. So I am going to ask if you guys have questions, but I am actually going to take you into a couple of groups so that you can see what it's going to look like. So let me pull this up. All right. So let's get this. Hold on one second. If you guys have any questions, let me know, or just, there's a chat bar too. Okay. All right. Let's share the screen again. How do I know if I am getting enough food when I am pairing 2B mindset with high intensity workouts? So if you are doing a high aerobic exercise, when you are actually burning a lot of calories when you are working out, you should naturally feel more hungry. One of the things that we do is we make sure that we are drinking our water. One thing Alana actually suggests is before you work out, you drink water. And right after you work out, before you eat your first meal, or whenever your next meal is going to be eaten, you're actually drinking more water. But the one thing that I suggest to people is that when you are starting to see your weight come off, it is because you are getting enough calories. So you have to start kind of being one of those people who becomes really, really aware of how much food actually fuels you. And one of those ways that we do it is when we eat and then we say, you know what, I actually think I am a little bit more hungry. We drink a little bit more water. And then once we drink that water, if we're still hungry, we go back and we eat a little bit more. Now within the group, you'll learn more about the foods that you'll be eating to really make sure that you're really full. Foods that are really rich in fiber, high in fiber, and foods that are really, really rich in nutrients, but aren't necessarily going to be heavy on your system. So it might be a period where you have to actually do some trial and error and figure out what works best for your body. And that's what I love. You really, really get to know yourself. And just at the sake of this being too much information, I have learned so much about my own system and my own body, especially during the month. And in certain times of the month when I require certain foods that have more fiber in it, or when I know that my body is actually burning more calories than it does at other points throughout the month. And when you are really tracking your progress, as you are going to learn how to do, you get to know your body. You get to know the things that you really, really crave, and you get to know how good it feels when you are in tune with how you're supposed to feel. And that's absolutely one of the benefits of it. So I know I went off on a little bit of tangent, but yeah, you really do get to know yourself. You get to know how much food is enough when you're pairing it with 2B as well. And this isn't a one size, fits all approach. So when a lot of people say to me, okay, Katie, I used to use this much food with the containers, I really have to push a little bit and say, well, were you full? Like, was that enough for you? And a lot of times people aren't really sure if it was or not. So this is about really just testing it for yourself and getting to know yourself. You're not going to overindulge. You're not going to overeat. You are really, really going to feel full and satisfied and still see weight loss. All right? Okay, so let me share my screen with you because I really want to show you this. All right, so desktop. Okay, so I am actually showing you my Facebook page. And one of the groups that I want to show you is right in here. This is actually what our challenge group looks like. So you can see this is set up in units. So you will see a lot of information just that has been going on each week within our group. There is also the discussion, which is about non-scale victories. I absolutely, absolutely love seeing this because this has just been crazy. I think there's like 30 comments so far of people not just on the scale who are seeing great success, but they are just loving the program, seeing amazing, amazing results, tracking if it's a weight loss day, how we're feeling with everything. And oh, we drop a lot of GIFs too. We love those. All right. But the one thing that I want to share with you too that I've decided to do for this particular group before we start in the challenge group is this is called a pre-season group, and it is already scheduled out for you and everything. But what you're going to notice in here is that this is going to be our home base for when you get started. So when you get started, you're going to go over those 4 principles. You're going to get access to those videos. You're going to get access to this new way of grocery shopping, of eating, of asking questions, of getting really, really curious about the program. And so this small preseason group is really going to be set up for you to really focus on your goals so that when we do begin, you are going to be ready and you are going to be thriving within the group. You guys, I have to share that within the first month, and we have, I think there's about 120 participants total. We have lost 300 pounds within that group. 300 pounds. And to me, there's never been a better time to be able to coach a program. I've never seen anything so effective. I've never seen anyone losing weight so happily but feeling good. So your call to action this evening that I want you to kind of swirl around in your brain a little bit is, number one, what is stopping you? And I realize that especially if we feel like we've done diets in the past, or maybe we've been burned before by something we were so convinced would work. My question for you is, do you believe that you are worthy of success? Do you believe that you are capable of success? This is a program that isn't about a what if this works? Could this be the solution? Could this be the answer? From what I've experienced, there is no question. When you do this, this works, period. When you really lean into this, when you do exactly what the principles are, while you still are living and enjoying those things that you absolutely love, those foods you love, because yes, you can still do those things. You will lose weight happily. All right, guys, I am going to reach out to you a little bit later. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to get you started on your 2B journey. I know I've given you a lot of information to think about. Do we have any questions before we end the evening? And if we do not, Please make sure that you reach out. Let me know what questions you guys maybe have, or let's get you enrolled in the next challenge, all right? And I have a feeling it's gonna fill up pretty fast, so you're gonna absolutely wanna get your information in there, all right? All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks so much for being on the call.